All right, Cindy. Cindy,
Yes.
it's been years. You were one of the very first people I interviewed down here in Skid Row.
Yep, sure.
How many
was.
years have you been down in Skid Row living in a tent?
God, since I was like 26, and I'm 59
Wow.
now.
How has Skid Row changed over all those years?
Well, it hasn't got any better, but it hasn't got any worse. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. It's gotten better because, like, they've put more places up to live. They've built a lot of new things.
Yeah, there's a lot of new housing.
Yeah, more housing. There's like different kinds of people down here now.
A lot of people giving out food and clothing and stuff like that.
Yeah, still that. Not as much as before. Like
really?
that, they used to do that back in the day. Remember, they did that every day. But now it's like on the weekends.
You can remember when there were no tents.
Yeah, they were just on one street on town. That was the only place people, and they weren't even tents. They were like man-made.
Yeah, like makeshift little
makeshift
structures.
Houses. Now there's tents everywhere.
Yeah. And the drugs have changed too.
Yeah.
You used to be a heroin addict. I assume now you're using fentanyl?
No, I don't. No, I don't mess with fentanyl. But I guess that's the new drug out there.
Yeah, but I think so. You think you're still using heroin?
Well, I'm on a methadone program, but I still do heroin.
Yeah, but I would bet your heroin has fentanyl in it.
Excuse me?
I would bet your heroin that you're buying has fentanyl in it.
You know what? They've said that, but I don't know. I don't know how that drug is because I've never tried it. I've just heard. I've seen it. I've heard it's like really, really strong though. I think if it was in the heroin, that you would know it right away because it's like really supposed to be real strong.
It puts you to sleep.
And like you do just a little bit too much, you could die.
Well, maybe your source is better than most.
Because I know a lot of people I know have died from it.
Oh yeah. No, but I think if it's in your heroin just a little bit, your body gets used to it, and you can tolerate it.
And you wouldn't even know it was in there?
You wouldn't even know.
Oh, wow.
I think that's the case with a lot of these drugs.
Yeah, you just don't know.
So what is it you think is keeping you here for all these decades?
Because I'm still in my addiction.
Yeah, no kidding. But there's something, I think there's probably something deeper than just a drug addiction that's making this life okay for you.
Because this is all I've known for all the years I've been down here, and it's like my comfort zone. And I've always just felt safe, and you adapt.
Yeah,
to,
it becomes your home.
Yeah, and I don't like change. I'm not good with change, and I just don't know that if I was to go somewhere else that I'd be all right, because I've never been out of here.
Is the outside world where people are living normal lives, going to work, paying rent, doing things like that, paying taxes, is that scary to you?
Yeah. And I've never been anywhere else, and I don't know how it is. This is all I've known.
Yeah.
You know.
And you have kids, right?
Yeah, they're grown.
Who raised your children?
My husband, my ex-husband, and my mom.
What does your family think of your decision to stay down here your whole life?
They weren't happy about it. Yeah, they didn't like it at all.
You still talk to them?
Not for a long time. My dad passed away in 2010 when I was in prison, and my mom lives in Alhambra, and my brother, but I haven't seen her for a lot of years. But she's okay though.
What do you go through emotionally being down here? Is it depressing? Are you used to it?
No, I'm unhappy because I know that these are better for myself. I just don't know how to go about getting it. You know, it's hard.
What do you think? Did something happen to you in your childhood that maybe led you into this lifestyle?
No.
You had a good childhood?
Yeah, very good childhood. I don't know. I really can't say because I don't know.
How did you first get a chance to use a drug? How did drugs come into your life?
From a boyfriend. It's always been because of a guy introducing me to a drug, you know? Because I didn't just pick it up on my own, you know? I guess, yeah, like peer pressure, just wanting to do what, you know, I don't know, so I want to know what it is, just out of curiosity. But no one ever thought that. You never think that. I never thought heroin was going to take over my whole life. And this was going to be the outcome, that I was going to come down here and never leave, you know.
And live on the street. And being a female down here makes it even harder.
Yeah, it's hard. It's not easy, you know. You have to struggle.
How do you, I assume you get government support now?
But there's people, I have a lot of good people in my life that help me. But like, I don't get a check or anything. I don't get money. I just try to take care of myself the best I can.
So you don't get support?
No,
from the government
I don't. I get food stamps. That's all I get is food stamps. And the rest of, I just get my money myself, you know.
And how do you do that?
Like dating.
You're doing that?
Yeah.
And that's with just strangers that come through here looking?
No, just like the people I know that I've been seeing for a lot of years.
Yeah.
You know.
That makes it safer.
Yeah. And there's I have a lot of people that really care about me and like, you know, they'll do anything for me.
Do you think you'll be down here the rest of your life?
I don't know, but I hope not. I don't want to. Maybe that door will open one day. I could go through.
What kind of things have you seen in your decades down here? You've seen a lot of people get killed.
Not a lot, but
if you're paying attention, you see it.
But
it happens every day.
It happens, yeah, it happens a lot. I hear about people getting thrown out of windows.
Yeah.
Or jumping out of windows. But I've never really seen anybody get killed.
Yeah, what's interesting about Skid Row now, because everyone's in a tent, when you're inside a tent, you don't see what's going on outside the tent.
Yeah.
And people also don't see what's going on inside the tent.
Yeah.
So you drive through Skid Row and it's just a bunch of people camping.
Yeah.
But if you knew what was going on inside those tents,
that's probably why,
it'd be horrifying.
I was always in my tent, so that's probably why I don't really I go to the store, take him for his walks, but I don't really be hanging out in the streets. But it's gotten a lot quieter, like there's not a lot of people hanging out on the streets like there was before.
A lot of people got housing now.
Yeah, it's like the streets are getting less and less people on them, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if that's a real solution to the problem, but it makes Skid Row look a little less.
They're trying, you know. They're trying.
Yeah. I think it's just a Band-Aid. What's your biggest regret in your life?
Starting doing drugs I didn't know about, like heroin. You know, that was my biggest downfall.
What were you planning on doing with your life when you were young? Did you have any goals?
I thought I was gonna have my own flower store.
A flower shop?
Yeah, I thought I was gonna own a flower shop. and be a florist.
And Cindy, what would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
The most important lesson? Not to let people persuade you into doing things that you don't know. You know? Probably that.
All right, Cindy, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Okay.
Great seeing you again.
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck with everything.